exaggerated heroes here. This is the real account of a commander who was there, a man who fought beside his soldiers. This is We Were Soldiers Once and Young. In 1965, the United States entered a new and uncertain phase of the Vietnam War. American leaders were testing a new concept of warfare, air mobility, using helicopters to insert troops directly into combat zones. The mission fell to the 1st Battalion, 7th Cavalry Regiment, a unit with deep roots in American military history. Leading them was Lieutenant Colonel Harold G. Moore, a professional soldier, a family man, and a commander who believed in leading from the front. Moore trained his men with one clear principle. If we go into battle, we go together. If we leave together. On the morning of November 14, 1965, helicopters began lifting American soldiers into the skies of Vietnam. Their destination was a small clearing at the base of the Chu Pong Massif, known as Landing Zone X-Ray. The landing zone was tight, surrounded by jungle, dangerously close to known enemy positions. As the first helicopters touched down, soldiers moved quickly to secure the area. Within moments, contact with enemy forces began. What the Americans did not yet realize was that thousands of North Vietnamese soldiers were operating in the area. The U.S. battalion was walking directly into the heart of enemy territory. The fighting was immediate, it was brutal, and it did not stop. Enemy forces attacked from multiple directions, using the terrain to their advantage. American soldiers fought back with discipline, training, and determination. Lieutenant Colonel Moore moved constantly across the battlefield, directing fire, encouraging his men, and making decisions under extreme pressure. Communication was difficult, supplies were limited, casualties began to mount. For 3 days, the battalion held its ground, surrounded, under constant attack, with evacuation helicopters landing under fire to extract the wounded. The book does not celebrate violence. It does not glorify war. Instead, it honors the men who endured it. Moore writes about soldiers who held their positions despite overwhelming odds, about medics who ran into fire to save the wounded, about leaders who refused to abandon their men. He also writes about loss, about soldiers killed in action, about the weight carried by a commander who knows every name and must later face their families. As the battle continued, American firepower and coordination held firm. Artillery and air support played a critical role, allowing the battalion to survive against a numerically superior enemy. By the time the fighting at LZ X-Ray ended, the battlefield told a harsh truth. This war would not be quick, and it would not be easy. The men who arrived as young soldiers left forever changed. The title of the book carries deep meaning. We Were Soldiers Once and Young. It is a reminder that before the medals, before the history books, before the debates, there were young Americans who answered their country's call. They did not choose the war, but they chose to stand by one another. They entered the Ia Drang Valley as young men. They left as veterans, marked by sacrifice, responsibility, and memory. This story is not only about Vietnam. It is about leadership under fire, about duty when fear is present, about the bond between soldiers that does not fade with time. Harold G. Moore made a promise that day, that his men would be remembered, that their service would not be forgotten. This book keeps that promise. We were soldiers, once, and young is a testament to those who served, to those who fell, and to those who carried the memory forward. It is the story of Americans who did their duty when their country called. Stories like this must never be forgotten. If you want to hear more real accounts of courage, sacrifice, and heroism from battlefields around the world, War and Hero is the channel for you. Like this video, share it with those who respect history, and leave a comment telling us which war or hero you want to see next. War and hero, because the memory of those who fought must never die.